Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project Magnetic Reversal News, Shinrin Yoku, and Yurt Life, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Tuesday, March 12th, around 8 p.m. Mountain Time 2024. The Devil Comet, Comet 12P Pons-Brooks, has lost its horns and gained a spiral. And we're also looking at record snow for Colorado. Holy macaroni. Shut up, Al! Get your hole! Al Gore is not happy with the forecast. Keep calm. It's boom time. Winter storm warnings issued for 4 states as heavy snow hits. Winter storm warnings are in place for parts of 4 states as unsettled weather across the Pacific Northwest brings several feet of heavy snow to mountain ranges in the region before pushing into the Rockies on Wednesday. Tornadoes, hail, and high winds. 60 million brace for severe weather this week in the southeast. A two-pronged system will spark severe thunderstorms and spin up tornadoes across more than a dozen states after dumping feet of snow in Colorado. It's true, Denver snowstorm could be their heaviest in 3 years. Up to 4 feet possible in the foothills. Holy macaroni. Al Gore would not. Shut up, Al! Get in your hole! Oregon avalanche forecaster dies in snowslide he triggered while skiing. Oh, the irony. Officials say an avalanche forecaster died in an avalanche he triggered while skiing in eastern Oregon. And, well, there was heavy snow over the last several days. In fact, up to a foot or more. So maybe he didn't heed the warnings. Let's take a look at the snowfall totals. Some regions of Washington state picking up maybe 5 feet or more. But the big story is New England. Heavy totals, and the snow is continuing. Winter storm exiting the northeast U.S. Another front to move into the northwest U.S. Record snow for the Four Corners region as critical fire weather in the central U.S. continues. A winter storm will shift across the Canadian Maritimes Monday with gusty winds, hazardous seas, and heavy high-elevation snow lingering over the northeast states. Another front will move over the northwest U.S. into the middle of the week, bringing gusty winds and heavy mountain snow into the region, and then following up midweek with record snow potentially for the South San Juans. Dry, gusty winds will bring critical fire weather to the southern and central plains Monday, which will be a fun day, and hopefully no one threw a cigarette out the window. Let's take a look at the severe weather threat. Before we get to the snowfall totals here, let's walk it through. You can see that snow moving through down into the Four Corners by Wednesday and Thursday, and that is when the potential severe weather threat here is going to pop up and linger for days and pop up in 2 phases. So we'll keep a close eye on that, as we are kind of worried that this big explosion here on Friday could be destruction. Take a look at that. That's in Arkansas. Let's take a look at the GFS model and the snowfall totals, shall we? Here is Tuesday, our lose day right now into Wednesday afternoon. The snow's going to be falling overnight. It's going to be accelerating in our region. We're right here in the blue. So here is by Thursday morning, Thursday all day, Friday morning. You can see that heavy snow dipping down on the eastern flanks of the Rockies. There's already 4 feet by Friday morning. Those are going to be some record totals. And let's move this through Friday and into Saturday. That storm's going to linger down in the South San Juans, potentially bringing another 4 feet to our region by the end of the weekend. Here's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of next week, Wednesday of next week, Thursday, Friday. And the models go crazy, and they dump 10 feet of snow on the northeast at the end of March. So we're going to keep a close eye on what's going on there. Shut up, Al! And we'll keep Al in his hole. Seismic update. No quakes of note, normal activity worldwide. Good news as we keep a close eye on the Reykjanes Ridge. Also, a cacophony of seismic activity has shut down over the last 24 hours. Simply background right now. So we're waiting for the imminent eruption as more magma enters the chamber. Here we are looking at the Grindavik tremor, and there is no uptick. Let's refresh this. Yep, it's still going down, so no imminent eruption in the next few hours. Worldwide volcano news. Ibo volcano, occasional above average explosions continue today. Sabancaya unable to detect. Popocatépetl in just southeast of Mexico City, 22,000 foot puff today. Nevado de Ruiz to 20,000. Fuego to 15. Sabancaya to 23. What else do we have? Abeco, however you want to say that. I think it's Abeco. Puffing and passing to at least 14,000 feet today, back on the list. Sakurajima to 7,000. Santa Huito continuing to puff and pass. And that is the last 24 hours of volcanoes on Earth. Space weather news has a slight uptick today into the moderate C region. Nothing spectacular. We are at solar max, and we should be expecting way more than this as the sun is embarrassingly free of sunspots. At solar max, let's look at the latest HMI intensity. Yeah, there is no difference there. Pretty embarrassing. Solar max sun. We are in grand solar minimum, the first two solar cycles of a multi-cycle grand solar minimum. And the last two solar cycles we've been in are the weakest since back in the 1800s, for goodness sakes. And it's not on the mainstream news. Well, neither is the spiral core of Comet 12P. Around the world, astronomers are monitoring Comet 12P Pons-Brooks as it approaches the sun for a close encounter in April. Most cameras are focused on the comet's magnificent tail, which is growing longer every night due to the electric nature of the comet. Now, Norwegian astronomer Jan Erik Valestad decided instead to take a closer look inside the comet's core, and there he found a spiral. Let's take a look at this. Fantastic image coming from whoever that man is. A little blurry, though, so I would be a little suspect of this. But in fact, the data and the image has been corroborated by other photographers here. I don't know if it's that much of a spiral, but he certainly used a filter. And you can see a spiral right there. And that is the current look of Comet 12P Pons-Brooks on March 11th as it approaches the sun in just a month. Earth's ice caps are in serious trouble. 3 new studies reveal how bad the damage is. Well, the reality is that this is fake news and that the current state of ice is higher than it was in 2006 and 2005, and there is no trend downward in ice. There is a trend upward in complete sharticles and bad journalism. Well, and bad fortification. Here, a $500 million sand dune designed to protect coastal homes washes away in just 3 days. In a drastic attempt to protect their beachfront homes, residents in Salisbury, Massachusetts, who apparently have way too much money, invested $500 million. Well, it's only 500,000. I'm sorry. I do digress. Just $500,000. Who cares? It washed away in half a day. We got tons of money. And that is the state of the world. Daily weed smokers, 25% more likely to have a heart attack, which I've never had. 42% higher to stroke out, according to the American Health Association, which is linked, by the way, to Big Pharma. I think you're more likely to probably become transgender by smoking pot every day than dying of a stroke, as cannabis has been proven to bring your immune system into homeostasis and to make your body work perfectly well. You know what the real killer of humans is? The pharmaceutical industry. And the AMA, the American Medical Association, and the pharmaceutical industry kill more people than anyone else on earth. In fact, according to this article, prescription drugs are the third leading cause of death. Our prescription drugs are the third leading cause of death after heart disease and cancer. And, well, the opiate epidemic is beyond prescription drugs. Because once you're on the prescription drugs, then you need the fake drugs. You need the fentanyl coming from China and across the border. And, wow, we live in a dystopian world that wants to make the villain a plant and not the industry. Every time they're found, underwater volcanoes just burst with life, and this one is no different. During the first dive to an unnamed and unexplored seamount, Chief Scientist Xavier Solanas of Universidad Católica de Chile was stunned at the incredible biodiversity the expedition found on several unexplored seamounts, and in fact, they found dozens of unknown species on this big baby deep in the earth. Here is a bathymetric map showing the Solito seamount off the coast of Chile. Scientists on a recent expedition found isolated seamounts like these to hold distinct ecosystems, including thriving deep-sea coral reefs and sponge gardens, and even a fish covered in fur. Wait for it. Here is a rarely seen whipflash squid shortly after inking. There's the mission. Take a look. A squat lobster spotted on a seamount at a depth of more than 2,000 feet. And here is the puffy fish in question that looks like it's covered, potentially in prickly spines and velour at the same time. What a gorgeous little bugger. No one has ever seen this guy until just now. The Chanacops, a kind of anglerfish related to sea toads, was spotted at a depth of 4,500 feet. And quite glorious. Here is a spiraling coral seen in a close-up of more than 4,500 feet of depth, and you get the picture. He's the cutest. Boeing failed 33 out of 89 audits during an FAA examination. In fact, many Boeing employees that work on the planes in maintenance claim that they would never fly on a Boeing plane ever. What say you? Is this DEI working? Do we need more diversity and more dead people? Or should we fix the airline industry? I promise you, I will never fly on a plane ever again. Boeing whistleblower John Barnett found dead shortly after exposing the fact that all these planes are dangerous and no one should be flying on them. Barnett's whistleblower complaint against the company has been pending for several years, according to court documents, but his popularity has been exploding. And now, he didn't kill himself. Just like Epstein. You want to survive and thrive in the coming times, please become an affiliate with our new partner, the Alliance of Native Seed Keepers, where you can get the cheapest seeds in the entire world, $2 per packet, 10% off with, ORP 2024. Or is it 2024 ORP? I don't know. I think it's ORP 2024. The link will be below in the description so you can get the real details. The stock continues to be supplied after we blew up the website. We've sold more seeds than any other affiliate ever in history for the Alliance of Native Seed Keepers, and we've able to increase their business threefold now. We've sold over 1,000 packets of seeds in just the last 3 weeks, and we want to keep up the pressure. Because what this means is that the population is picking up what we're putting down. And we're all learning how to become agrarian and self-sufficient once again. So if you want to hedge your bets and you don't have much money, all you have to do is spend more than $25 here on the website and you get free shipping. So there is no shipping costs. That means you can get 12, 13, 14 packets of seeds for $25. Well, and you're feeding the entire community with heirloom, non-GMO, organic seeds. 304 varieties. If you've never even grown anything before, the possibilities are literally endless. So go get them. And that's a boom to knowledge. Please share this video as we are shadow banned and it's showing up on the view count. Please put this in your social media and help our channel grow. Hit the thumbs up. It helps with the Al Gore rhythm, as he is a charlatan and won the Nobel Prize in 2007 when the ice was less than it is now. Be safe. We love you. And we'll see you at the San Luis Valley Seed Exchange in just 2 weeks.